What's up, boys and girls? Empire Steve, back with you yet again. So today is Monday the 23rd. So it's the first day of the week, and I'm pretty sure we have a full week of trading this week. And all I've traded today so far is SPY. And I have around about, on my small account, or this small account, I have around $1,000 left to use for trades, but I think I'm going to call it a day unless I see SPY pull back to one of these levels. These would be like demand zones, possible demand zones, if we were to see a possible pullback. So as you can see, this is SPY, and it's just basically gone straight up today. We go to the 5-minute, very similar. And so this morning when the market opened up, futures, if you guys and girls pay attention to the futures on Sunday nights, you can see that futures were up pretty nicely last night. So that was basically a strong showing for what today possibly could have been. And my plan from late last week and throughout the weekend was just to trade SPY today. Probably going to trade SPY today, just SPY actually today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Then maybe on Thursday and Friday I might look to play the larger cap stocks. A lot of the large cap stocks today actually went ham. I'll show you real fast. Google was one I was watching, and Google went from that initial dip when the market opened from 27.50 to a high of 28.17. That's an all-time high for Google. And here's Google's daily chart. You can see it needed to break above this 27.70 zone, which it did that, and plus some. So I thought 2800 would be an area it might struggle at, but that was not the case. So that's Google. Amazon was looking good today. Amazon's daily candle looks really nice. If you caught that bottom for Thursday, Friday, you can see that wick down there on the Friday candle, and that's a pretty telling sign. That's a hammer. That's a bullish hammer. So that means that you could possibly see some momentum to the upside the following day. And as you can see, Stochastic and the MACD are also Stochastic was trying to curl like ever since that big major sell-off, but looks like finally maybe we're going to see that actual reversal. So that's Amazon for you. And really those are the only things I really played too much lately was Google and Amazon. Tesla was going ham today, as you can see. It was all over my scanner, still is all over my scanner. AMD, it looked like there was going to be AMD looked nothing like Nvidia. Misclicked. Nvidia looks nice and juicy all day. People are saying 220 possibly this week, but I don't really focus on what people are saying too much. I go off of price action and what actually the chart is doing. AMD, let's go back to AMD wherever I put it. There it is. AMD looks nothing like Nvidia, as you can see. AMD came all the way back down to the 200-day moving average and popped back up off of there. So that'd been a nice $2, a little over a $2 move if you caught that. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about what I actually traded today. And like I said, it was all SPY, and it's one of those days where had I held longer, I could have made so much more money, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the first thing I traded were the 447 strike calls. I thought 447, and the reason why I thought 447 could have been ideal, and here's the main reason why I was going to focus on SPY. You can see Thursday and Friday looking very nice and green. Almost hit this 50-day moving average, not quite on the daily, but then you can see made a nice reversal, and today was the 3rd-day continuation. Typically we won't see 3 days like that, but I guess with that dip, when that dip happened, it was more than enough to for the big buyers to come in and push SPY higher. So the 447 calls I got at 9:31, and I paid 12 cents per. That's $12, and I ended up selling those. I was not in those long at all, 2 minutes, and I sold those 447 strike calls at 9:33. So that would be in this candle right here. So I got them way down here, and I bought them at 12. I sold them at 17. It wasn't much. I had 10 of them. It was only 50 bucks. As you can see, had I held them, the 447s, I would be up probably around like $950 or so. I'd be up actually right around, like, I think it'd be 890 or 898 or something like that, 898 had I held them. But I did not hold them. So there's that. I made a quick 50 bucks. I got back into SPY again, and I sold those at 933, and I got into 446 strike calls at 935. So that was right here, and I'll show you exactly why I got into those. I thought SPY could see, when I initially got into those 447s, the first thing I traded, I thought SPY could see I thought that it could be just, I really thought that 447 was going to be the price target it got to. I think 447, 19 or 20 or something like that was the all-time high before it had initially, look at it now, it's almost 448. So we're at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs on QQQ as well at one point. So, but I got these 446s at 935, and this is exactly why I got them. So this first candle of the day, or this is like the first one before the market opens, and this was nice and green, all that big volume coming in, and I can see SPY had some dark pools hitting it as well. So I drew a demand zone right here, because this would be a demand zone, and we close obviously above the 9 EMA here. So I was expecting possibly a bounce back down to this demand zone, and look at it, exactly back to the demand zone. So I got in at 935, and I paid 48 cents per contract, and I ended up selling these 10 contracts that I purchased at 937. So that'd be, oh wait, this is 935, so this is 937. And I ended up paying, I bought them for 48 cents per, so $48 per, so I spent $580. And then I sold them for 56 cents per, and that'd be $560. So I made a total of $80 profit there. So it was $50 profit on the first play, it was $80 profit on the second play. And then I got into SPY again, and that was my focus. I was just going to trade SPY all day and go from there. So I bought again, and I went smaller this time, and I got 5 more SPY 446 strike calls, and I bought them at 948, which would be right here. So I bought them here, and I held them a little longer. And the reason why I bought them is because SPY was holding the 9 EMA. It wasn't like perfectly holding it. So here is the 3-minute. It was kind of close. So here's 948. So you can see it held on the 3-minute, it held the 9 EMA, and it looked a little shaky here, but I stayed in them because I only had small size. Like, I was confident because I just had a few. Like, I wasn't too worried about it. I paid 63 cents per, and I ended up selling at 955, which would be right here. And there was that big, so I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute because I was using the 1 minute, and 955 is way over here. So 950 would be here, and this is why I sold, because I did not like the way this candle was shaping up. It looked at it was more of like a bearish candle. It was like, a lot of tugging, like basically the buyers and sellers playing tug of war. So I was already up. I was up pretty decent on those, and decided to take my small profit, and I sold them at 72 cents per. So again, I paid 63 cents per, so that'd be $63, sold for $72 per, and I only had 5 of them, so that was $45 profit. So my total profit on the day is $175 just trading SPY. That is the only thing I traded, and I probably am going to be done for the day. May not trade anymore, and if I do, it'll be super small size. It is now 12:14. Volume will start dying down. But I was looking at playing, before I started making a video, I was looking at playing SPY, but SPY held this zone I drew, and I thought maybe this could be a decent a decent supply zone, but as you can see, it held it and then pushed above. So now it really no longer really is a supply zone. So but we'll see if it drops below this key area here, or even below this key area here for 47.38. It could come down a little bit further. I would expect it to hold this area right here for 46.90s, and then maybe bounce up after, from there. But you can see stochastic is curling. It's done it a few times, but it hasn't really sold off significantly. MACD is showing a little bit of bearish momentum now, so it technically could, well, it could flop. We'll see. It needs to come back down. Well, it doesn't need to, but it would be better if it came down a little bit and then reversed and showed, then went even higher. But who knows what the rest of the day could bring for the whole market. We shall see what happens. But that's basically it for me today. I probably won't trade anymore, just because I don't want to give any profits back in case I'm wrong, unless I see something like maybe hitting the scanners and just like going crazy. Then maybe I might get in for a quick scalp. That's basically it. But as far as this video goes, I'm pretty much done. If you all have any questions or comments, per the usual, leave your questions and comments below, and I will try and get back to you about whatever it is. So, and hopefully you guys and girls had a nice, decent green day today, and hopefully that continues into the rest of the week. That would be nice and fun. So that's it for me today. I hope you boys and girls have a good rest of your day, and we shall see you tomorrow, hopefully. Take care and have a good one.